Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Kennedy, right after the September 11th attack, you were up here on Capitol Hill giving a briefing to aides, and you indicated, in fact, you said that this appeared to be a terrorist attack. Do you stand by that?
What I said, Mr. Chairman, is that I wasn't... Former Chairman, Mr. Burton, sir.
Huh?
I am once a chairman, always a chairman.
Yeah, right.
The question I recall being asked was that was this a premeditated attack? And I responded to that I am not prepared to render a formal opinion on whether or not it was premeditated, but I thought it involved a degree of complexity that was significant.
Well, according to people who were there, you called it a terrorist attack.
Oh, that was in a separate statement. Yes, sir. I said
okay,
it was.
That's all I wanted to know.
Yes, sir.
That's all I wanted to know.
Absolutely.
Okay. Because today, as I listen to people, and you, Ms. Lamb, have said, you have described these attackers in a number of ways, but you don't mention terrorist at all. Why is that? I mean, the compound had been attacked once before and breached, and these people had all these weapons, projectiles, grenades, all kinds of weapons. Why would you call this anything but a terrorist attack? And why do you call them attackers?
Sir, I have just presented the facts as they've come across. I am not making any judgments on my own, and I am leaving that.
Okay, well, let me ask you a couple of other questions. There were 16 troops that were there at that compound, and they requested them to be kept there. And they sent a suggestion to you that they be kept there, and then you responded saying that if that was presented to you, you would not accept that. Was that your sole decision?
Sir, they were not in Benghazi. They were in Tripoli. I just want to make sure that we're...
I understand. Go
okay.
ahead.
When the cable came in where RSO Nordstrom laid out all of his staffing requirements and needs, I asked our desk officer to go back and sit down with him, or through emails and telephone conversations, to work out all the details and line up exactly how many security personnel, armed security personnel, did he need.
Okay, well you did not agree with that assessment that they needed those there.
No, sir. We had been training people,
I just want to know.
Libyans.
Did you or did you not say that if that was presented to you, you would not accept it?
He was posed...
Did you or did you not say...
Yes, sir. I said that personally I would not support it.
Okay. Now,
he could
why is
request
that? Why is that?
Because
you knew about all these other attacks that had taken place. There had been 12, 14.
We had been training local Libyans and arming them for almost a year.
Okay, well, let me just interrupt and say that the local Libyan militia that was there, many of them supposedly were told by friends and relatives that there was going to be an imminent attack on that compound, and so many of them left.
Yes.
They didn't want to be involved in the attack.
Sir, wait.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
So I don't understand why you would say that out of hand that you don't think those 16 troops should be there.
Sir, with due respect, they're in Tripoli. They were not in Benghazi. And it would not have made any difference in Benghazi.
Mr. Nordstrom, do you care to comment on this?
As Das Lamb indicated, beginning in about January, February timeframe, I had a number of conversations with Das Lamb, with the regional director for Near Eastern Affairs, and also the desk officer for Libya itself. And a lot of those discussions were specific to determining what exactly our personnel needs were. Looking at metrics, looking at what the duties would be that these personnel would be doing, be it DOD sourced or Department of State sourced. The number that we continued to come up with, and it is generally the same number that was requested in March, in my first request, was approximately 12 armed security, with an additional 6 persons that would be focused on training that local guard unit.